The $100 bill that wouldn't go away. The first $100 bill felt like a setup. Crisp, pristine, and left neatly folded on my doorstep. At first, I thought someone had dropped it. A lucky coincidence, right? Free money, no strings attached. I picked it up, looked around, and pocketed it. Who wouldn't? That kind of cash buys a lot of groceries. By the next morning, I had almost forgotten about it. That's when I found another one. This time, it was inside my mailbox. Identical to the first. No note, no explanation, just sitting there like it belonged to me. My heart raced as I looked around the lobby of my building. Nobody was there. I couldn't shake the weirdness of it, but again, I kept the money. That 100 paid for gas and some bills I'd been ignoring. It felt like a blessing. Until the third one showed up. This one was taped to my front door. That's when I started to feel the itch of paranoia. Was this a joke? A prank? I took it inside, examining it like it might have a secret code or hidden camera embedded in it. But it was just money. I posted about it on Reddit, mysterious hundreds showing up at my door. Should I be worried? Most people told me to count my blessings and shut up, but a few comments stood out. This feels like someone is testing you. What if they're watching to see if you take it? Free money never comes without a price. That last one stuck with me. I thought about returning the money, but to who? The $100 bill didn't come with a return address. By the time the fourth and fifth bills showed up, I'd stopped spending them. They were in a stack on my dresser, taunting me every time I walked past. I started locking my door at night and sleeping with a knife under my pillow. It wasn't the money anymore. It was the not knowing. Why me? Who was doing this? And why did the bills keep coming, one after the other, every single day? The 600 was tucked under the windshield wiper of my car. I froze when I saw it. Someone had to have been watching me. That was the first time I noticed the man in the gray hoodie. He was sitting in an old sedan parked across the street, staring right at me. When I looked his way, he drove off like nothing had happened. I wanted to call the police, but what would I say? Someone keeps giving me money and it's freaking me out. I could already hear the laughter on the other end of the line. The seventh bill came with a note. You're doing great, keep going. I tore it up immediately, but the words burned into my brain. Keep going? What did that mean? Was this some kind of twisted social experiment? And then, I started noticing things missing. My phone charger disappeared. Then a pair of shoes. Small stuff at first, things I thought I might have misplaced. But then my entire laptop vanished from my apartment. No forced entry. No broken locks. Just gone. By now, the hundreds weren't showing up daily. They were showing up everywhere. In my coat pockets. Inside cereal boxes. Once, I found one tucked into my pillowcase. It didn't feel like a blessing anymore. It felt like a curse. I finally called the cops after my laptop went missing, but they couldn't do much. Could be someone who knows you, the officer said, scribbling into his notebook. Or someone who thinks they know you. What does that even mean? I snapped. He didn't have an answer. The eighth bill came with another note. Don't disappoint us. Who was us? My mind spiraled with possibilities. Cult, mafia, secret society. None of it made sense. I stopped sleeping, too scared to close my eyes. And then came the ninth bill. This time, it wasn't money at all. It was a photograph. Of me. Sitting on my couch. Taken through my living room window. I don't remember screaming, but I must have. The neighbors banged on the wall to tell me to shut up. I packed a bag and drove to a motel that night, leaving the bills behind. I stayed there for 3 days, ignoring my phone and jumping at every sound. But the anxiety didn't stop. On the fourth day, I went back to my apartment. The front door was unlocked. Inside, the stack of hundreds on my dresser had grown. There must have been at least 20 of them now, all neatly stacked with a new note on top. You're almost there. I left the apartment and haven't been back since. The money might still be there. But whatever game this is, I'm done playing.